Hello fellow Tenno, and welcome back to another Warframe tutorial playthrough. In this video I'm going to be going over the Archwing questline, as well as some tips to get around some bugs that might occur during the quest, or just general info on the Archwing quest. Now how do you start this quest? The easiest way to start it is, well, the only way to start it. Just go do Mars Junction. You'll end up killing the Loki Spectre and getting the questline. And then you can just get right up here and begin working on it.
This is the master blueprint for the Odonata Archwing, the first of many Archwings. To complete it, you must find its component parts. Unfortunately, an ancient Orokin archive detailing the locations of the parts was recently stolen by the Corpus. Your first job is to recover this archive. Hurry. The Archwing needs to be ready before the Baelor Fomorians launch their first attack.
And now we have the blueprint. Now we just gotta go get the parts. So let's go do it. Since this is a playthrough, I'll try to skip through every loading screen, but try to include as much of the other stuff as possible. But there's no reason to skip that loading screen. Too short.
The Corpus have snuck into the void and secured crucial Orokin archives detailing the hidden locations of much-needed Archwing parts. Your mission is twofold. Cut off their access to the void and recover the data. Get to the portal. We need to shut the Corpus out of the void before they search for the Orokin archive.
As you might have noticed, by the way, if you've been following most of the playthrough, I have a few cosmetics equipped. If you're wondering how to get those, it is part of the...
and a portable torsion beam device to force open the portal, destroy the key, and the device.
Thank you, Lotus. If you're wondering how to get those, it's part of Warframe's Concura event. It's their quest to conquer cancer that they do basically yearly at this point. You can just get it from that event. Also a small tip that I recommend doing while you're here, if I can stop getting knocked over by enemies, is since you were technically in the void, we can get some of the void loot, which it kind of gives you a head start. Sure, Phobos is right after Mars, which can take you directly to the void, but it still makes things quicker if you can simultaneously farm resources while doing quests. It's just efficient. But of course, if you finish the quest quickly and you have reason to go farm resources, you can always meet some other people in recruiting chat and just go do a survival mission for a long period of time, for resources specifically, if that's what you want to do.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Fun fact about radiation procs. Whenever you're procced with radiation, you can kill your friends. So if you're squatted with anybody, you can feel free to shoot them and it'll do damage to them. Whenever you get radiation. I'm gonna stop looting now just so we can get the mission over with. This questline, there isn't much to it, other than unlocking the Archwing, which is a very fun and cool concept that Warframe has, but
The portal only allows travel
besides
in one
fun, there's
direction.
not much to it.
Start up the portal generators to reverse the polarity.
In terms of endgame capabilities, are just long-lasting effects, it's just kind of there. But it's really fun when you start to get into it. just gonna let the enemies do the work for me. Wouldn't suggest using the Boltor against these enemies, because the Corpus are not used to puncture damage, but use what you got. Usually they're a pretty low level enemy, so it should kill them. This Boltor doesn't have any mods on it, so it could have a serration to increase the damage, but doesn't really need it. The enemies are only level 10, 12, give or take. You guys can just stay in that portal.
There's the torsion beam device, but they've taken the void key. Find it.
Now, if you're doing this quest line, you've already killed the Jackal on Venus.
There's a heavy unit
If you had your
approaching.
friends do it, well, this might come as a surprise, but it's really just the same thing as Jackal. Just kill these Ospreys, and the actual Jackal should die pretty quickly. Yeah, now it's taking direct damage. Its legs are the weak point. That's all you need to worry about. More Ospreys spawn, make it immune to damage. If you have a strong enough weapon, you should kill it before it even has a chance to spawn more Ospreys. Otherwise, you just mash it slowly and break through each and every leg. If you're having trouble staying alive, just use the cover in the area. Sit behind cover, shoot the legs. Since the gun is at the center of its body, it can't really shoot you there. It does have an AoE stomp if you get too close, but
Quick, pick up the key.
mostly just area of effect.
You got the
knockdowns.
key. Now get back to the portal.
Nothing too much to worry about. Oh yeah, probably should remember to do that.
Tenno, you do not want to be on this side of the portal when that key melts down.
And now we just gotta get one of these caches.
You found the Arcan
and head to
archive.
extraction.
You are one step
Once
closer
that timer
to
in the top left
unleashing the
disappears,
Archwing.
that is. You could explore around and get the caches, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Not
Objective
too much,
complete.
but just enough
The
to
void key and torsion beam
acquire
device
some
are
extra
out of commission.
resources.
The enemy will not be returning anytime soon. Good work. You
Thanks.
collapsed the portal. Extraction is now ready. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I wonder what the heavy unit was. Usually these caches are in like hidden rooms or one after another. Since that one was halfway through the mission, there's probably one much earlier on in the mission, since there's 3 of them. And the other one is probably a little bit closer to extraction than I am. Might be split off one of these sections. Didn't end up finding any extra caches, but it is what it is. We completed the mission. We got what we needed, which was an Orkin archive.
The Lotus has passed along possible coordinates for you to search for the remaining Archwing parts. Check your navigation console for more information.
So we didn't get anything for the Foundry yet, other than the Archwing. What we now need to go do is actually get the parts. The main good thing about the Archwing quest is this right here. This allows you to go very long distances in the Plains of Eidolon and Free Roam area. So, Orb Valis, Plains of Eidolon, and Cambion Drift. It just makes life so much easier from getting to place there. Also gonna build one of those while I'm at it. Oh, as a side note, if there's any newer players wondering why a veteran who's replaying the game decided to get more platinum on a different account, I'm using it mainly for cosmetics, because fashion framing is at the end game of this game. I'm only going to be using it for cosmetics. I'm not going to be using it to make life easier and buy weapon slots and Warframe slots, Helios to scan things for me, and these weapons that are mastery locked, which I can't even buy anyway. It's just cosmetic things like this ship skin. Doesn't serve any purpose. It just looks cool. The only reason I got that platinum is for cosmetics. I'm still going to try to get myself the most new player experience I can, just so I can know what new players to this game have to deal with, and try to help give you ideas to get around that, to make it easier. And if you're looking for platinum yourself,
the Orkin archive has led us to this location. Defend the extractors until you find an Archwing part blueprint.
I feel like any character trying to tell Kratos' story in the God of War games stops every 5 seconds for dialogue or battle. If you're looking for tips on how to get platinum, my advice is do Void Relics, which I will make a video on pretty soon actually, since I'm going to have to start doing them now that I've made it to Mars. Void Relics and just farming mods that other people don't want to farm, but you, if you like the activity that it is and you feel like farming it, you can go get the mod and sell it to people. You get a small amount that way, but it does add up over time. I'll take free Oxium. I continue to use the Bolt Force, even though it's not really effective against Corpus. Logic at its finest. And now the waiting game of Power Force. There we go. Sometimes excavation missions can be slow, sometimes they can be pretty quick. you don't get the Archwing part you're looking for,
An
I'm
artifact
not
has been
certain if it's
located.
guaranteed
Proceed to the dig
anymore,
site.
or if it even was guaranteed before.
We need another
It's
power
been
cell for
years
the
since I've done this
excavator.
quest. Probably about 6 years now. But if it's not guaranteed, you can just keep doing the excavators. And eventually, if the enemies get to a high level for you, you can just extract the mission, come back, and keep doing them over and over again until you get the part that you're looking for. But it looks like
You
we're either
found an
lucky
Archwing
or we
part
got it guaranteed.
blueprint. Head to extraction when you are ready.
Just gonna start up that excavator. Free cryotic. Whenever they destroy it.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire.
That's the nice thing about excavation missions. The enemies only want the excavator, not you. As you can see in the top left, it's taking damage. It's regenerating health though,
The excavator
so
has lost
I'm not
power.
going to worry about it.
Find another cell.
It'll take too long to get destroyed. There's the wings component.
Oh my! The operator has returned with an Archwing part blueprint. You must forge it immediately. It won't be long now until you are flying through the skies like a winged death machine.
If you don't have the parts, I will, as soon as I get all of the parts down here, go and tell you just how to get them. And of course it will take time for us to build. I will, of course, skip ahead in the video, just because it'd be a very boring video if you just sat here and watched the timer go by for 10 minutes. Now you give me that achievement? Oh yeah, because I built the cipher. Next, harness. Another excavation mission. It's going to be pretty repetitive to get all these parts, but once you get them all, the end mission is a little interesting. And then you unlock the other half of
The
Earth.
Orkin Archive has led us to this location. Defend the extractors until you find an Archwing part blueprint.
Thrush Grams. At least it's Grenier this time. It would have been great if I had the Boltor equipped for that. Oh well. The Paris still does extra damage, so works just fine.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire.
Since we're on Earth as well, we should have the capability of getting Rubido and Neurodes, which is the part we needed for, or is the resource we needed for the other part that we just got. So if the excavator is defended, I can just run in these little side areas and check for any resources.
The excavator has run out of power. Find a cell. An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig site.
There's some Rubido. Hey, there's the diamond skin mod. The most useless mod in the game.
That's it. You found an Archwing
So it looks
part
like it is
blueprint.
guaranteed.
Head to extraction when you are ready.
Unless I'm just insanely lucky, which is a rarity for me. Which, fun fact, if you see my glyph here, that is kind of a part of the RNG in this game. Let's just say RNG does not like me with this game. Once we get to the planet Uranus, you'll find out why RNG doesn't like me. Let's just say farming a certain thing there. It's not... I would not recommend it. Farming a certain thing on that planet is the only thing in this entire game I would recommend you get out your credit card and spend money on.
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit
Because
while
getting
it
it is
extracts
just
the artifact.
really, really, really tedious. But at least it has good voice acting.
The excavator has lost power. Find
And now
another
we leave.
cell.
Ordis does hope to see the Archwing soon.
Oddly enough, the Archwing seems like one of the few things Ordis is excited for in this game. Usually he's excited for it, but he also isn't excited for it. But he's excited for it, but he's also not excited for it. So it looks like we just need more ruby dough. So off camera, I will probably go do a survival mission, which shouldn't take too long. Next step is Venus E-Gate, another excavation mission, if I can pronounce words.
The Orkin
Archive has led us to this
this
location.
location. Defend the extractors until you find an Archwing part blueprint.
Ah, it's infested. The enemy type that I can't seem to hit a shot on.
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact.
In terms of keeping these excavators alive, I might have said a few things on it in a previous mission, but really just comes down to killing the enemies before they can get to the excavator. There is Gara who can put up a giant wall to keep them back, or with Mag even you can put a bubble up and enemies from a certain direction will just get drawn into it. Although with Infested they can kind of get out of it a little bit. And also they don't shoot bullets, so they can't really damage themselves.
The excavator has run out of
Using
power.
Mag against
Find
Infested
a
isn't
cell.
really the most effective way, because you can't benefit from enemies' damage as well as your damage. But it's still effective. It still holds them in place. You can't strip any armor from them because they don't have armor and they don't have any shields, so you can't strip shields, but
An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig
you still do
site.
enough damage to them that it should be working fine. Excalibur's the best starting frame for just Infested in general, since his sword does so much damage and you can just walk through them. Volt's also a good choice for Infested because, well, he's speed,
The excavator has lost power.
and most people
Find
start out with
another
a
cell.
sword. And since the Lotus gives everyone a free heat mod, you can slaughter Infested pretty easily. I want to run up here for that power core I just noticed on the map. Or they can bring one to me. Quickly get some extra shields. Maybe some free cryotic over here from this one.
excavator is ready to
So it looks
go.
like extraction's
Keep it
probably going to be
powered
in that
and protect
direction.
it from enemy fire. The scanner has picked up a target.
Yep.
Go to the dig site.
So it is guaranteed.
That's it. You found an Archwing part blueprint.
And if
Head
it's
to
not
extraction
guaranteed,
when you are ready.
I will let you know probably whenever I cut ahead, because I will just Google it to make sure it is guaranteed. But it seems to be guaranteed. Counter for how many times I keep saying guarantee.
We need another power cell for the excavator.
And free cryotic in 5, 4, 3, 2. There we go.
Excavator destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites. Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact.
So, I need Neurodes, Morphix, Rubidoux. So I'll just briefly show you where you get those. Morphix, since you just did the Mars Junction, which should be how you unlock this quest, you can now access Mars, and if I can zoom out, there we go. Mars, if I check the resources, you can get Gallium and Morphix on this planet. My recommendation, if you were looking for a guaranteed drop of it, is to go kill the boss on Mars, because he, 9 times out of 10, drops a rare resource. Might even be guaranteed, I just know I've gotten a rare resource every time you kill a boss on a planet. Or you can just run around Mars and get Morphix and Gallium if you're looking to still build Rhino that way. Rubidoux and Neurodes you can both get on Earth. As well as... you can't get it from Venus. Morphix you can also get on Mercury. Which, again, just go kill Captain Vor.
You're making this too easy.
He said it himself. It's easy. I'm going to send myself into recruiting chat and see if I can do a endless survival on Earth to just get a buttload of resources. And at the same time, some XP since it's a double XP weekend up here. At least at the time that I'm recording this video. So I'll cut back into the video. Okay, now that that's done, I got all the resources. I started crafting the Archwing. And while I was crafting, or while I was getting those resources, I completed a few missions on Mars. I ended up getting the Morphix before I got to the assassination mission. And, well, I unlocked the assassination mission. I can go do that soon. But I also unlocked the Master Rank 3 test. So, let's just quickly do the Master Rank 3 rank up.
Show me that you know of the old ways. Eliminate all targets using your melee weapon.
So really, it's just... you just beat the crap out of the enemies. It's just using melee weapons. Your melee early game should be one of your strongest weapons. And this should not be troubling. If those boas try to stomp the ground, you can just jump above their AoE and slam the ground yourself if you wanted to. As you can see there, I'm deflecting bullets. That's not really... deflecting bullets isn't really useful. It's kind of just a thing that you can do. But it does save you from a little bit of damage. But really, this is just... yeah, you just beat the enemies and then you're done.
A formidable performance. This test is now complete.
And now I can do the syndicates, which I will do probably in the next video, or whatever video I get to. Got a little bit of time to kill. 3 minutes. So I'm just going to place this and I'll cut ahead whenever it's done. Okay, back to it. The blueprint finished. I went ahead and placed my Master Ink 3 thing. And we can get started.
Congratulations, you've crafted an Archwing. Now I must commence calibration. So much to do. By my calculations, this process will take 372 hours. Oh, that does seem like a long time.
Tenno, this is an urgent mission. A Corpus scout ship with information about the location of the Grineer Baelor Fomorians has been located. Raid this ship for intel. We need to know everything they do.
Okay, so Baelor Fomorians. So let's go see what they want us to do exactly, aside from the cache. I do apologize if there's any background feedback. I am noticing that my microphone is going off, but I can't tell what it's picking up. Because my room that I'm recording this in is just silent.
Tenno, tensions between the Grineer and Corpus are boiling over. You're here to find out what the Corpus know.
Couldn't tell.
For too long, the Corpus have extorted the Grineer. Fraud back. Consider our contracts cancelled. This is a hostile takeover. Why, Scout I was hoping the Tenno had taught you a little humility when they destroyed your precious Fomorian fleet. Did you really believe the Tenno destroyed all my Fomorians?
We have a problem. There is something breaking from the void.
Beck, meet Baelor. Your fate, my future.
So what you're about to see, without spoiling too much, I mean it's not really too much story, but what you can basically gather from that is we, the Tenno,
Stay focused.
once destroyed
There's
a
heavy
fleet
unit
of
approaching.
Fomorians. You'll find out what that is soon enough. Although the main important thing to know, gameplay-wise, what a Fomorian is, you destroy it in Archwing, and you get an Orc and Catalyst blueprint from it, and a bunch of credits. Every time the Grineer get mad at you for taking the Corpus side in invasion. The Corpus's answer to it is the Razorback Armada. But the only reason to really
This ship is
worry about it
disintegrating.
gameplay-wise
Aborting
is they
mission.
can
Get to
destroy
extraction.
relays.
Sorry, ship integrity will not permit extraction at this time.
You only have one chance. Corpus, deploy Archwing.
My calibrations, it's not...
Ortis, do it now.
Okay. Deploying Archwing.
Tenno, you need to get to the other side of this debris field where Ortis can safely extract you.
Welcome to Archwing, and welcome to a Fomorian. If you see how that says shield, you can't really destroy it in this mission, but in other missions you will be able to. This is Archwing. You fly around any direction you want. Just like a Warframe, it has 4 abilities. This is the
Fomorians'
Odonata.
weapons are designed to destroy capital ships.
First ability is a shield.
Don't let them hit your Warframe. Energy net. You're stuck in here until you take out that Zeppelin. Incoming fire from the Fomorian. Find cover. The net is down. Get going.
The Fomorian is very loud.
Get
Your
to
arc
cover.
weapons
The
have
Fomorian's
infinite
guns
ammo,
will obliterate you.
but as long as you... Well, they have infinite ammo, but as you can see
They're
there,
trying to trap
it
you
does
in an
deplete.
energy net.
Just-
Destroy that Zeppelin to take out the net.
just let it regen. Really. Melee in
Stay
Archwing
focused. There's a heavy
is one of the
unit
reasons
approaching.
why many people
Energy net
don't like
dissipating.
Archwing.
Keep moving.
It really just... It's not fun. It's kind of the same attacks over and over again with every arc weapon.
Operator, the Archwing is performing beyond expectations. I suppose my calibration process was not necessary after all.
You can push LB to blink as it said, and you get a blink every time that little blue bar fills up. If you see those little white dots, those indicate where you need to shoot to hit enemies over long distances.
Stay
This helps
out
you
of
with
the
aiming.
line of fire.
Yeah, that's the Fomorian. They're pleasant.
Tenno, you have to keep moving.
There is plenty of arc weapons in the game. This
Find
one being
cover
one of the
now.
weakest, but you can get others that are just really destructive. Well, that was lucky. We just got the Archwing upgrade that allows us to give our allies shields.
Can you extract that? Tenno, stand by for pickup. Mission complete. Excellent work,
And that's
Tenno.
Archwing.
We now have the tools to take on Vahek and his Baelor Fomorians. His arsenal is growing, but so will ours. There are more Archwing designs and more weapons. Together we will take to the skies and confront this new threat.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Didn't expect to be explaining that in this video. But it seems we unlocked the Plexus. What the Plexus is it's essentially... If I can go to it real quick. Well, I guess it doesn't show up here. Unless I'm blind. Yeah. Plexus is essentially a modding capability that you'll be able to access here once you go into Railjack. Railjack? You can't really access. You're on your own. Not yet, at least. But you can join other people, which, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Well, it's how you mod your own personal capabilities in Railjack, and since you have Archwing, you're now able to do Railjack, because it's your way of traversing the area. Oh, right. I didn't actually equip the Archwing thing. Yeah, mission failed. No, I do not want to connect. That is the Archwing quest. You mod it from your arsenal just like you would do anything else. There is many weapons you can get. This one, the Velocitus, being the highest damage in one hit weapon, at least to my knowledge, followed by the Larkspur, and then the Kuva Ayonga and Kuva Grattler, which are both really good arc weapons as well. The others, Cortege and the Morga, are decent, but the main ones you want to focus on is the Imperator, Velocitus, Larkspur, and Fluctus. Since those are the only ones you have now, though, don't worry about it. As for the melee, just use whatever seems fun. I'm probably going to get this as soon as I get the capability of it. And as for the other Archwings, Base Odonata has a Prime version, which makes it usable, but in terms, it's just a starting point, is what you have now. Odonata Prime is just much better. Itzel is probably one of the best Archwings because of its nuking capability. And then Amesha is a very defensive-based Archwing and healing-based. Elytron just shoots missiles. It's probably underrated. I haven't messed enough around with it to know that, because I haven't made much Archwing builds, but it's just there. Use it if you like. It could probably keep up with the other Archwings, because Archwing doesn't have much of a scaling. But you can get all the Archwings here from the dojo, and you can get Odonata Prime from Barokatir. He will periodically sell relics for Odonata, Volt Prime, and I believe... trying to remember what else he comes with. I think it's Burstin. I'm not sure, though. He'll periodically sell relics for those. But that is it for the Archwing quest. Now that you have it completed, you can go do Saya's Vigil and Vox Solaris, and if you get some resources from the Plains of Eidolon, you'll be able to fly your Archwing around in any open world, which makes doing anything in an open world just tremendously easier. But that is the Archwing. If this video helped you out, please like, comment, and subscribe, and give me some feedback. I will try to make these videos more compact and smoother than they are at the moment. I'm just going to keep doing the playthroughs as I have been lately, though, for now, and try to play through the game and give you as much advice as I can as I play through myself. Once again,